Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sass Muffin Gaming. It's your host, Gokinmen. I was feeling some sort of way and thought I would try out a new game that I found on Steam. And what I found was a game called Bellwright. And I did s- I did dig through the comments a little bit, and I was feeling a certain kind of way about playing some medieval games. So here we are. We're gonna try out this game. So I skipped over the opening scene because I had just out some settings, but here's what you need to know. We were a little kid exploring our favorite woods, and destiny had it upon us that that was the exact day that the prince was murdered in the exact same woods. So we fled for our lives and got transported to a whole nother place, and this is where we ended up growing up, in this area that I'm going to assume is called Bellwright. So, we're going to walk into town and discover our new life away from being prisoners of the king. Hello, some soft sand. Welcome to the game. So this is my first time playing this game, so forgive me if I don't understand all the mechanics. Whatever that town name is, Herndine. All right, find the Elder of Herndine. So, one of the things that's really neat about this game as we get into this is before they are able to finish the game, they're actually using AI to use the voice acting before the full release.
Tend the livestock, keeping them fed.
Let's talk. I think we need to talk, traveler. You're a new face around here, and new faces showing up rarely ends well for this village.
Okay.
I have a duty to my village first and foremost. I need to know who you are and why you came here.
I mean, you no harm. I came to the lowlands looking for some answers.
Looking for answers, huh? In a perfect world, I could give you all the information you need and you could be on your way. But speaking openly can be a death sentence these days. As long as you're asking questions, you're putting us in danger.
Well, do I have your permission to stay in the village for now at least?
No, but you have my permission to build a shelter on the outskirts of the village. Come back once you're set up, and maybe you can earn your keep.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to let Chase know that you popped in. I was just talking to him yesterday, and we had a great time, or 2 days ago, we were playing board games at my house, so I'm excited that you're popping into the chat. I hope that the stream is everything that you hope for. We'll try to earn your trust there, Mr. Elder. So, this is kind of what I was hoping for. I was hoping to play another medieval game, kind of like Medieval Dynasty, that was a little bit more in depth. And from what I was reading in the comments, this was an incredibly in-depth game. So much so that some people described it as the most grindy medieval sim game they'd ever played. So, while some people might shirk away from a grindy game, and I certainly have, I am kind of looking forward to the grind of this game. So, typical building stuff. You got to press B to build. And we can't build next to the city, it looks like. First spot next to a lot of resources. So we need to go outside of the village and find some place that will be really nice to set up. This is a fairly large village. It looks like it's pretty well set up. Hopefully, we can find a good place. I'm thinking maybe if we can find a river, maybe we could do some fishing, but also some place where maybe we could also do some mining as well. That Being said, I have no clue where anything is on this map. This is outside of my normal streaming category, playing Medieval Dynasty. Usually we're playing a horror game, but I thought something a little bit more casual would be great for the day after all of the excitement of 4th of July. Okay. Well, someone's already set up over here. That's awesome. I'm glad to find another medieval fan. Okay. Do we have a map? Do have a map of sorts. Okay, so we have a main road. Another town to the south. Bandit camps all over the place. Oh, wait. We can kind of see the features of the map here a little bit. So we have some mountains up along this side here. So we came from this side. Looks like we kind of have a river that kind of goes into a small pond over here. And this main road leads to what looks to be a rather big fortress. But perhaps there's a pond over here, Maybe we could go like somewhere in between. That way we have access to both Padstow and Herndine. And yeah. So can we set down a waypoint? No. All right. So let's head that way. I'm suspicious of the fact that you're telling me to worry about injuries here, game. That must be one of the bandit camps right there. Pick up some supplies as I see them here. Let's kind of skirt around this bandit camp. I don't want to be killed on my very first try in this game. I always love when video games do that. You have an entire berry bush and you're only able to find one berry. It's like when you hunt down a deer and you get one hoof or one piece of meat. Oh, there's actually a road here. So this game really just kind of tosses you into it. Medieval Dynasty was a little bit more friendly when it came to introducing you your first time playing. This is a nice little clearing area. This could be good too. Because you can kind of see that on the map a little bit. Clearing. I suspiciously saw a red dot on our map. There's lots of rabbits and stuff. Just make sure we don't have any suspicious neighbors over here. We can always pick up and build somewhere else if this place ends up being a bad place. So I'm gonna build in this clearing because that seems like a good idea. And we can always move to a better space when we find one. So okay, no punching trees in this game. My disappointment cannot be captured more. Okay, what do we need for our first building? We need 10 wood and 6 flask. Let's like set up right next to this tree a little bit. Just a little bit off the road so people can't see us sleeping. That's interesting. Okay, okay. It says we need the flask now, which, lucky for us, it's right next to our camp, so. Actually, this might have actually ended up being the perfect spot to set up our first base because there are all of these herbs everywhere. All right. Two more sticks and we have our first shelter. And I'm already feeling like we're doing better than the people in Lund. That stamina bar does not come back very fast. Okay, what's next? There we go. I don't hate this style of building. It is a little wonky to try it first. Like having to run around and just click on the tiny little dots. But I really do appreciate just seeing the itty bits of the shelter come together. You know, there's a few holes. I'm sure the rain will be kept out just fine. Okay, so we have a little stash where we can keep some things. I'll just throw some of our herbs in there for now. And we have a bed that we're not allowed to use. No workbench though, so there we go. So just set up a little bit of a simplistic base here, and then we'll see how far we can get. It needs more stone and wood. I see you there in the chat, Chase. Are you just lurking? that is certainly a workbench. I'm actually really loving how simplistic it's having us start out here, because a lot of games let you to build up these complex structures, and we're just like, no, you're just sticking some sticks in the ground and calling it something. We will be able to set up our first set of tools here shortly, so that will be incredible to have something to actually go ham on some of these trees. Oh, you're making Jello cakes? Are those for tomorrow and during D&D? Or are these for your own personal interest? Ah, I'm so jealous. Oh, you're at the barbecue right now. Oh yeah, that's right. You're at the barbecue. I am kind of jealous. I won't be able to be over there barbecuing with you guys. Yeah, Chase told me you guys were having a really big barbecue. Okay, let's see if I can finally have an axe. You know, only 17 minutes into the game. They will not survive tomorrow. Alright, watch out, world. I'm ready to ask God a question and start taking answers. If you make Jello cake for D&D sometime, I will be your forever best friend. About as much as Dan and his buffalo chicken dip. Am I making any progress on this thing? Oh, we did it. Okay, we can only carry one log at a time. Okay, do we need, like, something to cut the log up with? It's huge. Okay, I saw it, but wasn't actually thinking that we were doing, like, Resident Evil style inventory management. But now that it's there, like, cannot unsee. Okay, so if we go into our inventory here and just like drop this on the ground, can we cut this up even further? No, we can't. Dang. Okay, so I suppose we need to make a torch and a club. So we're gonna need 5 more wood. That apparently does not come from the trees. Okay, and can't grab that one. All right. We have mastered the game. We have an axe, a torch, and a club. Wait, where did the torch go? There it is. Okay, what else can we build? We can build a campfire. I don't like the sounds of wild animals near my camp. It's rather unnerving. Makes me imagine when I was a kid and you'd hear like a bobcat out in the woods when you're trying to sleep. It's just like, oh god. I'm pretty sure this flimsy little tent is not going to protect me from a bobcat. Oh, I was kind of wondering what the sticks were for. I never actually thought about barbecuing over fire this way. That's pretty smart. All right. Research desk. There's where our logs come into play. Okay. I should have opened up our inventory a little bit, and it did. No, do not axe the flask. We just need to gingerly pick up the flask. Okay, go grab that other log that was out here. It's getting rather dark now, so let's swap to our torch. Right, and 9 more wood. I am so happy that they give us these little white dots to indicate these are things we could actually do. Otherwise, I would not know how to tell the small saplings apart from the grass saplings. Oh yeah. Okay. So we have an estimated amount of time it would take for us to research every single item. And we need food in order to actually have an active settlement here, so. Food, I mean, wood. Wood to have a fireplace. Who would have thought? Alright. So we got the basics out of the way. We have our personal shack, we have the simple workbench, we have the campfire. Looks like we need a camp chest. Yes, slap the chest for a job well done. Right, do we need to eat it all? It doesn't look like it hurts. Wait a minute. That was my roasted mushroom. No. Okay, so we can have 3 food effects going at once. If you look in the top left there, the mushroom is going, but it won't let me consume another mushroom. So I assume if we were to come over to the main storage here, and then consume a berry, that adds onto there, right? And then we could have like a third food. But as soon as we're done roasting this mushroom, we'll try to advance the quest a little bit by seeing if it will let us sleep. Day 2. 5 days until winter. Wow. That's not a long time. And of course it's raining the second day when we want to head back into town. Okay, I want to research this trap real quick, and then we'll run into town and talk to our good friend. Right, and one more wood. Let's see if we can spot it. So, the question I'm going to have for you guys, and you guys can take your bet here in the chat, is this going to be like Medieval Dynasty, where if you cut down the trees, they're gone for forever? Or is this going to be like some other games where they eventually grow back? Okay. So, am I not allowed to be the one to research this? Okay. So, let's head into town then. It looks like we can see our quest marker on the compass in the bottom right. Alright, Herndine. Reputation, stranger with 0 out of 100 relationship. They certainly could have let us have this rickety old shed.
Looking for a bargain? You've come to the right place.
All right,
Come closer.
Mr. Elder Dude. Oh,
You again.
let's see. Give me a chance to earn your trust. If I fail, I'll leave you alone. I still have things I need to do here. Nothing has changed since yesterday. The second one.
I'll tell you what. We actually have one problem you can try to resolve. If you're willing, of course.
Go ahead. What is it?
It gets cold around here, especially close to the mountains. If we want to keep ourselves warm, we need fur for it, rabbit or wolf pelts, but you see our hunter.
Your hunter
Well,
what?
We got into a little discussion about how things should work in the village regarding payment.
Well, I'm guessing you couldn't agree on that little issue.
He doesn't want to work with us anymore, but Herndine mostly depends on him to provide. I want you to convince him to deliver traps. If you can bring us rabbit fur too, that would be very much appreciated. But we can't expect you to do that every day. We want to be self-sufficient with our fur trapping. So the priority is the traps, and the rabbit fur would be a bonus. Take care of that, and then I will consider your request.
Okay, and where do I find this hunter?
Go speak with Amelie. She's a bit of a troublemaker, but her heart's in the right place, or so I have to tell myself. She has a good relationship with everyone in the village.
The tempo
and
on
knows
this
nearly
AI
everything
voice
that goes
is
on around
insane.
here. If anyone can point you in the right direction, it's her.
Okay, so Emily it is. Ema. Hey, you're running away from me. Come back. I just want to talk.
Greetings, newcomer. Say, have we met before? Your face is awfully familiar.
You have to be Emily. Elder told me you know where I can find the hunter, Boromir.
I am. What can I do for you?
The Boromir, do you know him?
Unfortunately,
Well, I need to find him.
he's in the forest, just up the hill, not far from the village. Perhaps bring a book so you have something to do while he rants at you.
Thanks, I think. Okay. The AI is going downhill. At first I was just like, yeah, this is great. The AI is filling in the voice. But there are times when you're just like, oh, that is 100% like text to speech on the on each of the lines. Alright, let's see what this hunter dude has to show for himself. Apparently he's too good to provide this town traps.
What are you looking for? It's dangerous to wander around the woods alone. Haven't you heard about wolves or bandits lurking in this area? You don't look like the hunting type, so what are you doing here?
Well, you see, Elder Dobron sent me, and he's asking for traps if you have them. The people of Herndeen need them.
The people in Herndeen, of course now they need me. I'm not going to work with them. Torbran has no respect for my craft. He doesn't value everything I've contributed to that damned village. And until he does, they can fend for themselves.
Well, can you help me at least? I need to build trust with the Elder, and nobody in the village even wants to talk to me.
You're asking for help, but you don't know a thing about me or what I went through. I used to be a respected member of the community. I even could have been an elder if I wanted. But they degraded me because I refused to be a slave to Ashbourne's puppets. So I left. I still tried to contribute from a distance, providing them with fur, food, and creating traps for the sake of the village. But they wanted more. When I asked for better pay, the elder said no and actually warned me not to ask again. At one point, he said he'd speak to the brigands about my behavior.
Interesting. I don't want to defend anyone, but it seems like Herndeen isn't wealthy enough to pay you.
It's not about wealth. It's about the threat, the disrespect they've shown me. I'm sick of talking about it, to be honest. I need some change in my life.
What do you mean?
Let's make an arrangement. You need traps, and I can teach you how to make them so you can catch smaller animals. You look like someone who can get things done. I don't know why, but I feel like you have a lot going on inside your head.
Well, that's a
I'm willing to join
grave
you if you provide
exaggeration.
me with shelter and food. Together, we can make each other's lives easier in this land.
Oh,
So, can we cooperate?
yeah, sure. I think it's possible. Go ahead, join me. Alright, your villagers can be assigned to one of 3 roles at any given time. A worker fulfills your crafting or production orders in the settlement. A companion travels with you and follows your commands. A guard patrols and defends your settlement from danger. You can command your companions by giving them contextual orders with E to attack, harvest, and more. Try it yourself. It is vital that you and your villagers stay well fed. Going hungry will cause your companions, workers, and guards to stop what they're doing in order to find food. The better the food, the longer they can work. Okay. So are you following me? You are. Okay, so let's head back to my little camp then. Perhaps we will even find some sticks along the way. Yes. Give me those sweet sticks. Okay. Got a few sticks, and we're right next to our lovely abode over here. Alright, so we need to build you a tent. If I could order you to work on that. No worker assigned. Okay, how do I do this? Army? Okay. Codex. Blubber. Got all of this stuff over here. General. Okay. This is our tech tree. Wow, that is large. Okay, so how do I command you to do things? No worker available. So how do I get you to do things? Switch. Homeless. His companion. Okay, so it doesn't look like you're... Oh, there. Worker. Perfect. There just so happens to be a tree right here that we can use craft your house. Of course, you get the nice house. I get the shit house. There's apparently only one log on that tree, so I know where there was a second log though, because we had been cutting one down over here. Maybe it vanished overnight. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Boom. Yep, no clue. It's lost to the void. We'll just have to cut another one down. I thought I dropped all of that off. Oh, I just have a ton of sticks. That's what's happening. Oh, what? You're building your own house. I was not expecting that. Well, seems like you're a little bit more capable than what I gave you credit for. Which is awesome. And so you were able to help me learn how to make the traps. And now I think we should probably focus on a bow because that's going to be huge. Requires river reed and simple cord. I definitely don't have that. Foraging camp. Be useful. Logging camp. Okay, let's focus on this then. We need blueberries, stone, and mushrooms. So what happens if I just kind of drop things off in the main base here? Will you just automatically grab them from here and start using them? You also need mushrooms. I think he is just grabbing it, isn't he? Yeah, so he has that. Put the crude stone in here. Doesn't seem like he noticed, but it looks like he is grabbing things from the camp chest when I put them in there. Which is pretty neat, actually. Okay. Let Lubermir craft the trap at simple workbench. Pick up a trap and set it yourself in the dense forest with bait. Well, I want to see him finish his research first, because that's much more intriguing to me. But I bet what we could do is we can probably queue up a few traps. He needs one mushroom. One singular mushroom to finish this. There we go. Finish it up, Lubermir. You got this. I love this so much. This game is precious, guys. This game needs to be protected at all costs. Oh, I think it might have froze up. Don't worry. It's fine. It'll catch back up. I promise. I swear. We're only getting 1 FPS. There we go. Oh, he cooks his own mushrooms. Okay. So if we just like continue a little circle here. So he should eventually start working on that, but what we're going to do also is we're going to queue up this bow, because apparently he knows how to find materials all on his own. So we're just going to let him do that. And, yeah. Yep. Okay, so he's doing his thing. And so what we can do right now then is grab some wood and make the small trap while he's working on that. We'll continue to go and grab some stuff from the woods so that we aren't interfering with our dear companion's workload. Because I tell you what, we are going to be loading him up. He's gonna wish that he'd never joined our little camp here, because he is gonna be busier than a dog. All right. And we can even see what he's gathering in on the left, which is pretty awesome. All right. So we have some stuff in local storage there. We need one more stick. Actually, no, it was only 5, so we have more than enough. He is completely ignoring us at the moment. So if I do that and I select this, it's not going to let me craft that. Even if I was to put 5 more in my inventory. There we go. Okay. So now we have a trap. We can put that in quick slot number 4. And I'm not sure what kind of bait we're going to need. Oh, what's he building over here? No clue. Okay. That is a stone. We'll just grab that for later. We have some berries. Can we just set this trap like over here? Okay, and it will take berries. So we can leave that alone. And so if we craft 3 more of those, we can turn those in. But if we wait for our 1 trap to have 5, 10, 15. Wait for our 1 trap to actually have a rabbit in it. Then we could have a pelt as well. So we're going to let this craft for a little bit. While we're waiting for this to craft, let's click on a button here. Because it is time for a little bit of sustenance. So that's 1. I think. Okay, it's auto organizing inventory. Back slot, food bag, quiver slot, back slot, gloves, bed. Okay, so that is going to be 3 traps. And it's getting pretty late already, so we'll probably have to take those in tomorrow. But we should be able to check our trap and see if it's found anything yet. And I might be a little impatient, but it doesn't look like we've found anything yet. Okay, we will just harvest a little bit more wood here. I have to stop slapping everything with my axe. It is awful. Okay, so we're going to deposit that stuff and we're going to sleep until morning. Welcome to day 3, everybody. Four days until winter. Four days to get our shit together. Let's see if there's anything we can do to help out our dear friend here real quick. Because he needs some materials. I think he needs flax, but we're going to pick up the sage when we see it, because flax and sage, both being purple or blue, look quite a bit similar from a distance. Anything I can do to help here, bud? Hey, good job. Right, so if we manage this, what kind of stuff does it show? Where is the crafting section of this? It said you need a recipe, right? Well, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, okay. You gotta like click on things. Okay. So if we needed river mead, we could do something like that. Click on a task like that. Get rid of this, and that should mean you should always bring that up to 5. So if we do that with each of these, we go, hey, I want to make sure that we have at least 5 of each of these materials. Then he should run around and grab at least 5 of each material. I am really enjoying how automatic this game feels already. We don't need a second wood. Ham. Garlic. Apparently, even iron and copper ore is considered part of this. So we'll just continue to add everything until we have each of the things on the menu here. And this should theoretically keep our guy busy for forever. Alright, so let's drop some stuff off here. And let's check on our trap. And hopefully we have something here so that we can turn in this quest into the town. And look at that. Right, we need another berry. There we go. So we can just come out here every single day, add one berry, pick up a rabbit, pick up some meat, and call it good. If I knew that getting food was this easy in real life, I would just set up traps in my backyard. But I don't think that it's actually that easy in real life. Alright, let's head into town and turn in our fabulous quest here. Hopefully they'll begin to trust us. Ah, the great and ever fabulous Herndine. How I love the smell of moss in the morning. You are such a familiar sight and smell. So where is our esteemed mayor and elder of the town?
Those peasants should be more grateful.
Come closer.
Right.
Who's from the kingdom?
You're back. Did you manage to convince him?
Well, here's your fur. Don't ask me how, but are we good?
That's good. Really impressive. Unfortunately, that's not the end. I need something more from you.
You need the traps.
You see, we have a problem with wolves, and someone has to take care of them.
That sounds dangerous. Hunting rabbits is one thing, but fighting wolves?
You showed me you're true to your word, but I need more to trust you. Will you do it for me or not?
Okay, fine. I will bring you some wolf pelts.
Make it quick, I need to work.
Oh, apparently he does want the other thing. I'll see you around then. Okay, so now we have plus 50 in our reputation with local town.
How can I be of service today? Perhaps
Are we able to sell things? Is that a thing that we are able to do here? Okay, so they only buy certain things, it looks like. And if we don't have those certain things, they're just not interested. Which, you know, it makes sense. I don't see why he'd want my primitive club, but I don't see why not. It's a rather nice club. I mean, it's just a stick I found in the middle of the woods they carved into a certain shape, but it's a good stick. That's a nice stick. Anyways, before I do any wolf hunting, I'm gonna make sure I have a bow and arrow first. There's no way I'm gonna be coming at some wolves without at least that. One thing that might have to happen though is in order to get one of the ingredients we need for the bow, we might need to catch a few more of these rabbits. Because I have this feeling that we're not going to just find cord out in the middle of the wilderness. We're gonna have to buy it for someone who already knows how to make it. And just in the last couple of days, our little settlement here has tripled in size. So, did you complete my bow? No. Because you have been off gathering supplies. And, yeah. So what I'm thinking is if we research the Weaver's Loom, that should be able to get us maybe the cord we need. So if we switch the tech over to here. At the forging camp. I think, okay, yeah. So the Weaver's Loom will allow us to get the cord. So we need to switch over to this. And take the wood out, throw that into here. And check the storage over here. Okay, I think it'll be easier to do these by tens. And obviously I have overburdened our dear friend here. So we're going to have to tell him what our biggest priorities are. So we definitely want to tell him that we need river reed, we need wood, and we need flax. So, but since we can set the priority of buildings, we also want him to know that researching is set right next to the most important thing, with probably the workbench being our highest priority at the moment. Cooking can also, we can leave at 5. How does that sound, friend? See, he's thrilled. But we're going to help him out here because it feels like this is going to take him a little while. So, let's go and find him some of the resources he needs to do this research. So we know he needed flax. We always need wood. Yeah, so that's 10 more wood. And I believe I saw that if we are able to make some roasted meat, we can take that into the village and sell that. So okay, so he's gonna need 3 more river reed. I saw a blue line over here, meaning we should probably have another rabbit. I really need to learn to put my axe away. One of these times I'm going to hurt myself. Oh, that actually got us 2 meat that time. We're upgrading. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the wood out of the fire here. And I'm going to work on trying to cook up us up some meat here. I believe was 4. Yes. Now we get to sit here and wait for our glorious meat to cook. How are you doing? So you're doing as much as you can while you don't have the river reed. That's interesting. But if we check our map, we know that there is possibly a river to the southeast here. So if we head that way, perhaps we can find some river reed for him. I'm not liking the fact that there's a red dot there. I'm thinking those are wolves. And I really don't want to engage with the wolves. But let's save up our stamina just in case the wolves decide to give us a run for our money. Is that a boar? I'm gonna get my club out just in case here. We are getting close to the river, but I'm not happy about all the red dots that we're seeing. I'm gonna assume that they are not friendly in any regard. Oh, it's a deer. Silly me. Or should I say, oh dear, it's a deer. Whoa, 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 that's just rude. Finishing the research without me present? I don't think those guys are friendly. It might be the fact that they are carrying weapons and are moving straight towards me. Oh, can I not cross the water? Shit. I think they have a bow. Oh, they have a bow. And we are running. Oh shit. Oh shit. There's an arrow sticking out of my arm. This is not good. And miraculously, I am healed. Kind of. Apparently these arrows are dissolving arrows, so. And I have run through the wolf nest here. Since I don't see that they're here, let's see if we can't grab some supplies. We have money. That's incredible. no more meat from here, but we have some meat we can sell back at the base, and we are still alive somehow. So I'm gonna take what I can get. Drop bag. Is our camp chest full? It is full. I didn't even realize it could be full. Click on a technology to start researching. How do I just go back to that main screen that we saw before? Okay. Well, I think we have the weaving loom. Can't discover the weaving hut. Guess we'll just go back over to here. We have the simple workbench. There we go. This will be easier. Just keep it in this line view because I was getting so lost. But yes, that is an option now, so that we can drop our reed in for that. Consume an onion. Consume some dried berries. Use this book on learning how to read. And then we just have some old coins. Okay, so. Okay, I'll just take the stuff that you dropped on the ground here. And then I will just put that in there. It's all fine, it's all good. Perhaps I can sell the pelts, we'll take that with us. And we'll just take that, we'll just drag that spoiled food out. Yep. Alright, so let's head back and see if we can sell some of this loot that we got. Look at that massive stamina bar. After eating all that food, we can run for days. Weeks even. We're gonna run for months. Months upon months. Okay, so we're back into Herndine, land of the moss and cows. I'm not sure it's the smell of the moss I've been smelling this whole time, but the cows are just kind of everywhere. Perhaps there's a certain mustiness to the smell that we've been perceiving. All right. Oh, okay, here's our dear friend the merchant.
How can I be of service today? Perhaps you'd like to view my fine wares.
Yeah, let's see what you have for sale. So, friend, I have this cooked meat that I would like to sell. Apparently, rabbit meat is too small. Okay, so, friend, you would have bought the river reed, but you won't buy my rabbit meat. So I don't think I can do business with you at all. Perhaps there are others here in the town who might be more favorable towards trade.
Got rats in the cellars. Don't say I didn't warn you.
So you sell skill books. And what do you do? This is an inn. Okay, you aren't willing to do anything for me. This is where the brigands stay. So I think that's about it, guys. Unless we're willing to run back to that other area and bring back just a ton of riverweed, I think we're on our own. I think we have to just craft things by ourselves. Whoa. The sunlight made it look like everything was on fire there for a second, and I was deeply concerned. I'm just like, they have wildfires in this game? And that deep glow in the distance, friends, is our humble abode. One thing I haven't mentioned yet that I deeply appreciate about this game is the game doesn't feel empty. Like, the grass is grassing. Like, there's definitely, like, a lot of texture to the grass where it doesn't feel like just open nothingness, which I really do appreciate. So what we're going to do now that we're back is we need to make this weaver's loom. So we're going to set up this weaver's loom. And we're going to try to continue our circle aspect here in a way that kind of makes sense. We have nothing to contribute. Great. And so, one thing I think we're going to need, though, is a second chest here. So I'm going to put a second chest, like, right there. So that way, what in the heck am I going to do with this? That way, our friend isn't just dropping everything on the floor like a maniac. But that cleared up some space, so we can drop some stuff off. All right, and it's been about an hour and a half, guys, and we've done pretty well. I'm probably going to take a break here, and I will restart the stream here in just a little bit. But thank you guys all for joining. We'll save the game, and I will see you guys, if not later tonight, maybe tomorrow. All right. Thank you all for joining. I really do appreciate streaming to all of you. I will in fact be here on later tonight, but I need to do the basic necessities of self-care for myself, and I will be on in a little bit. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all soon.